Hello, my name is Rebecca Richardson, but most people call me Becky, and today is the start of a special writing/reading bonus holiday vlog. Libby, do you want to tell the people where we're going?
Thailand!
Yay! We usually go once a year, but we didn't go last year because we went to Florida instead. So this is the first time in 2 years that we've been, and we're very excited, aren't we? I think the majority of this vlog is going to be sort of the things that I'm doing. So I'm reading the Raven Cycle, I've got book one in my hand luggage, and I'm going to be editing and writing and also working on my NaNoWriMo project for the year. So hopefully that'll be the majority of it, but I also want to vlog a few little things along the way. I don't know exactly how long these vlogs are going to be because obviously it's a family holiday. I don't want to just be like picking up the camera all the time. I don't want to be doing that. I just want to be able to relax. So this could be 5 minutes long, it could be 30 minutes long. I have absolutely no idea. I'm just not putting any pressure on myself to feel like I have to vlog anything. Now, do you have any comments?
No, I don't.
And with that, I'll see you in a minute. I totally forgot to mention that this is going to be the first of 3 vlogs. We're there for 3.5 weeks, so I'm going to do the first 3, but they will all be separate. They won't all be in this one video. I'll do like week 1, week 2, week 3 kind of thing. But other than that, I think that's everything, so...
We're in Dubai at the moment in Heineken bar, and it's hot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're hot. What are we gonna have to eat?
pizza.
You excited for your pizza?
I'm very excited for pizza.
How many hours is the next flight?
6.5? 6.
Yeah, 6. And
Something
then
like that.
from Bangkok it's an hour to Phuket.
Yeah.
Almost there.
Almost.
I'm gonna throw it to Mammy. Ready? There it goes. Oh, got it to Mam. Yes. Libby,
Taking a selfie. What?
if you took all your homies and gave them all 2 glasses of water, how many glasses of water would each homie have in the back?
Oh, that's a hard one, you know. 100 million puppies.
That's a lot of homies you have in the back.
I'm popular, you know.
Hello, we're finally actually here. The flights, there was 3 very long flights and I'm very tired. I haven't slept in like over 24 hours, but we're here. I thought whilst I'm home alone in the apartment, I'd like show you around quickly before I go to bed. So it's bigger than what we usually have, which is great. We have like a whole sofa. That TV is massive and I kind of hate it because of the kind of odd reflection of myself that makes me look a lot wider than I am. And then upstairs, this is the fun bit. Here we go. Me and my sister are sharing a bedroom, and it's actually like up here. We have our own little bedroom. There is a balcony through there. There's another balcony through here, which I'm assuming you can't see too well at the moment. There we go. Looks out over the street. It's just below down there. I'm just trying to make sure midgies don't get in. But yeah, it's very cool. We haven't had an apartment like this before. I'm very excited about the massive balcony because that's where I spend most of my time on holiday whilst everybody else is around the pool. I'm reading. But yeah, that's just a very quick tour of the room. Like I said earlier, I was kind of quick at talking, but I don't plan on vlogging everything we do. Obviously it's a family holiday, but I do want to pick it up as and when because I also just quite like the idea of having like a record of these trips. I am going to be reading. I'm going to be picking up the Raven Cycle. I have the first one that I plan on starting hopefully tomorrow, and I'm super excited about it. As far as writing goes, I might be finishing the first draft of my third book. I should also be editing what I've already written of that. However, I don't know if I will because I'm quite sick of it at the moment, and I'd quite like to just be able to put it down and step away from it for a little bit. But I am definitely going to be planning some of my fourth book, which I'm like far too excited about. I shouldn't even be thinking about it yet. I'm not starting it till NaNoWriMo, but like it's all that's on my mind. But yeah, I think that's it for now. I probably won't do like a morning every morning. I might have like a day counter or something in the corner so you can see what day it is, just because there's probably just going to be like odd clips here and there. Mainly because obviously I don't like picking up the camera when people are around, other than like my sister, I guess. So I don't want to just be whipping the camera out and being like, hey guys, every like 5 seconds. So yeah, I don't know what you will see or how much of this will be me talking or how much will just be random clips of things or like me writing or whatever, but I will do my best, I promise. I was gonna say I'll see you soon, but I guess you'll see me in a second. Morning. I just got up. I don't know if anybody else is up yet. Probably. It's about 11:30 now. We slept in because obviously we were like flying all day yesterday and the day before. I don't really know what the plan is for today. All I know is that I am going to start reading the first Raven Cycle book. Is it The Raven Boys, the first one? And I'm really excited about it, actually. At first I wasn't as excited as I had been, but then I kind of got myself back into it. So I'm really looking forward to starting that, and I might do a bit of editing maybe of this, actually. But I think that's really all that's happening today. I don't think there's any plans even really for the next week. It's just kind of relaxing. This is the view from my balcony. We've got, that's another hotel there. And then all of the forest and the trees out the back, because there's another balcony out the back. You can see the big Buddha on the hill, but he's like round out there somewhere, just out of view. I'm kind of referring to this as my balcony now because it's off mine and my sister's room, who's currently downstairs. So this is sort of like my massive space. But yeah, I think that's it for the plan for today. So this next week could be the first, like the boring week, I guess, because I think we're just relaxing and then we're like doing things later in the holiday. But yeah, please excuse my hair, but I decided now was a great time to introduce everybody to our new pet. This in Libby's arms, she tries to get him up the staircase, is Mr. Tommy Shelby, because he's a turtle and he has a shell. But Libby wanted to call him Tommy, but because he has a shell, we were like, hey, Tommy Shelby. Bring him up, Libs. Bring him. Here he comes. Yay! So I am 28 pages, I think, into The Raven Boys. I started it about an hour ago around the pool, and I know I haven't read that much, but honestly, so far I'm really enjoying it. All we've really done so far is kind of go over the premise, I suppose, of the whole plot. Obviously, it opens on Blue kind of wondering, oh, like apparently if I kiss my true love, he'll die. But I love the way it's gone about. Like, it's not like a big deal. It's not like she's like, gasp, this is gonna happen. She's just like, people have been saying this for years, I'm sick of it. And I really like that. So far, I'm really liking Blue as a character. I sometimes struggle with female protagonists, which I've mentioned before, but she actually seems like she has quite a strong voice, which I'm liking. She's quite funny. The others have kind of just come into it. Do you have a question? Gansey or Gainsey? Because I have a friend who says Gainsey, but I thought it was Gansey because I see people referring to the Gangsey, which would imply that it's Gansey. So, which is it? But him, we're going to say Gansey for the time being. I'm sorry if that's wrong. He's just come into it, and honestly, the descriptions, I was laughing so hard. There's quite a lot of description about him in the first like 2 pages he's there. And we very quickly cover the fact that everybody at this school wears khaki trousers and a v-neck jumper, which is horrifying. And then quite quickly after that, we learn that he also drives a bright orange car, which is not as bad as the chinos, but it's still something. It's all just thrown at you quite matter of factly, like, oh, my bright orange car, and I was like, your bright orange car. So yeah, I'm quite liking that. He certainly seems to have character, shall we say, about him. The other two that have been very quickly brought in were Ronan and Adam, who have like maybe had like 3 lines between them. So I don't really have much to say about them other than the fact that, again, it was very quick with the description of Ronan as a person, which, again, it was quite done in a funny way, very sarcastic way, which I like. I am definitely enjoying the voices of the characters so far, which is like always a good point. And the plot as well, obviously there hasn't been much plot because I'm only like 28 pages in, but the whole sort of, oh, if you kiss your true love, you'll die kind of thing, which I knew was a thing going into it. I know that's like a thing between the two of them, but the way it's done and them like sitting in the church waiting to see the dead come through, I thought all of that was really cool. I also just like the general vibe of like all of this family of mediums, because I don't know, it's just fun. When my friend was describing the books, she was like, oh, it's like ghosts and forbidden love, and I was like, say no more, that's all I need. All I need in a book, ghosts and forbidden love. See, as much as there obviously hasn't been too much plot yet, I have enjoyed what we've had so far, and I can sort of see where that's going to go. I do know that there will obviously be a bigger plotline that's going to be introduced later on, but sort of what we have at the moment, the subplot that's sort of building in the background, I'm very much a fan of. See, I suppose I don't have much else to say for the time being, because like, I'm only 28 pages in, like I mentioned, but I am genuinely, in those 28 pages, really enjoying it, and I'm excited to sit and read some more. Morning. It's very bright and I don't know where my glasses are and everybody's in bed, so I can't really go rooting for them, so I'm just squinting. I thought whilst I have a moment and everyone's sleeping, I'd update you on the reading I've been doing. I say just reading because I haven't done any writing yet, which I'm quite enjoying my break, I'm not gonna lie. But reading, I'm about 185 pages into The Raven Boys, and honestly, I'm genuinely loving it. There's something just quite like relaxing about it. I've got so used to reading about big plot lines with all of this, like, you know, there's always torture and like traumatic backstories and all of that kind of stuff. It's quite fun just reading about like a couple of teenagers trying to find magic. I believe I'd only read about 20 pages last time I updated this. Obviously I know a lot more about the people now, and I'm loving sort of the complexity of the characters that's now coming out, obviously with Adam's family, and now Ronan has Chainsaw, which is super cute. Still haven't got to the part where they're like, oh yeah, Noah's a ghost, even though I already know Noah's a ghost. But it's quite funny just watching him interact with people without them knowing that he's a ghost. I'm also loving Blue as a protagonist. Like I said, I sometimes struggle with why a female protagonist, but I think she's great. I love how eccentric she is. I think she comes across as like quite funny and quite kind at the same time, and so far I've had like absolutely no reason to dislike her. Where I'm up to in the plot now is Gansey and Ronan and Adam just left the psychic's house after the reading, so like Blue was just had the moment like, oh gasp, that's Gansey, like that's him. We're literally just past that bit, so I'm like almost halfway now. I was going to read a bit more last night, but I really like needed to get some sleep. But I am very excited to continue reading it today and then read the next one and then the next one and then the next one, because if the rest of the series is like the first one, then I know I'm going to enjoy them all. I will say that like part of me kind of wishes I hadn't started them because I'm enjoying them so much that I'm already stressing about the show that I know is happening. My health can only just about handle stressing about the Shadow and Bone TV show. I don't need another one to think about. So that's already something that I'm like lying awake at night like, oh no, that's going to be something to stress about. And I'm sure all will be fine. But yeah, that's where I am with that. I could ramble on for quite a while, to be honest. But plans for today are, I think we are going to one of the big shopping centres, Jung Salong. I think that is part of the plan for today. We've just had like a few pool days, which is why I didn't record much yesterday, because I was around the pool all day, so obviously I didn't want to just like whip my camera out with people in bathers and things. I think that's what we're doing today, so I should be able to get some of that, and then I should be able to get some reading done tonight, probably. So yeah. Libby, what am I about to do?
Becky's about to go get a tattoo.
I'm so scared.
You're alright.
Yeah, alright.
If you zoom in. Not on you.
Like, it makes me feel on my toes a little bit. Like, that's kind of the worst bit when I can't feel my toes. I think the worst part of it is the part of, like, the skin. Like, the softer bit.
Yeah.
That was the sharpest bit. I think, oh my god, I've lost the feeling in my fingers. No.
Can you remember pay off after?
He's tattooing your wrist as well.
Can you remember what we it was jumping, yeah?
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, we're back for those. I have had a very fun day. It is now night, everybody else is down at the bar still, but I decided to come up and get some editing done and eat a very large bag of cookies. But I thought I'd just quickly kind of update on the day. I haven't done any reading today, just because we've been doing a lot, and then I was going to tonight, but then I realised that if I start, I'm not going to stop, so I'm just going to wait till tomorrow because we're on the pool all day tomorrow, so I can just sit and get loads done. At some point, I'm going to go over what I bought today, but I'm going to do that with Libby. We're going to do like a mini haul because she was like excited about that kind of thing. We found this like cute shop when we were out shopping that I think is a Japanese franchise, and they sell these like cute bits of stationery and things, so naturally I bought so much. However, the other thing that I got today, my first tattoo. Yay! I'm trying to get it in an angle where you can like see it well, but I think, you know, it's quite clearly that's the Fearless rune from the Shadowhunter Chronicles. I decided on that in the end because I knew that I wanted something like to mark the Shadowhunter Chronicles because it's like always been since I was like 14. They've been my favourite series, and the Fearless one kind of stuck out because for a start it's very pretty. But also, it's linked to Alec. I always remember it as sort of like that scene where it was put on Alec to like see if it worked kind of thing. So it kind of reminds me of Alec as a character, and he's a character who's got me through a lot in my life. He's like my favourite ever fictional character. But also because I have anxiety, and so it's kind of ironic, but also kind of like meaningful, I guess, that is the Fearless rune. You're either ironic or cute, whichever way you want to look at it. Yeah, I'm super happy about it. The people were really nice. I was dead worried going into it because everybody I spoke to was like, oh, that bit of your arm's really painful and it'll hurt so much and it'll be really hard to like deal with and all of this. I was like really scared going in because everybody was telling me I was gonna like cry. And then I went in and the people were dead nice and the guy like was really nice and they just made me feel like dead at ease. And then he started it and it didn't hurt anywhere near as much as I was expecting to. I'd expected the worst, and I would say I got like a mild cat scratch, which as someone who owns 5 cats, that's like pretty okay. So yeah, I'm very happy with how that went. Now I'm just going to sit on the balcony, like I said, and edit and eat cookies. One thing that I have had a bit of an issue with today is that 2 videos that I wanted to upload because I pre-filmed for like whilst I was on holiday, but 2 of them I didn't have time to upload before we left, and the Wi-Fi over here is nowhere near good enough for me to load them. I can barely like load my Snapchat messages, so I'm not going to be able to upload 2 like 30+ minute videos, which means that there will be 2 less videos than usual. It's not like a week of nothing. It's one of them is supposed to be out next Friday and the other one is supposed to be out like the end of like middle of August, I think. So I'm kind of annoyed that I can't get them up, especially because the one that was supposed to go up like next Friday is like the first of a 2-part. This one was supposed to be ranking male Shadowhunter Chronicle characters, and then part 2, the female characters, has already been set to come on. So that means that there's going to be a part 2 without the part 1 because I mentioned it, and like, oh, this is part 2, and I like refer back to the first time round on the assumption that people will have already seen it. But obviously now they won't have because I can't upload it and it won't go up until after ranking female Shadowhunter Chronicles characters, like when I get home. So I'm really annoyed about that. I think I'm going to have to like put like a message or something on YouTube just to explain it, and I'll add it in the description or something because it's really getting on my nerves that it's not going to be up, but I guess there's nothing I can do about it. So there's going to be about like 5 or so videos going up. I pre-filmed a lot, so I suppose 2 things not going right is it okay, I guess. So I'm just going to stop thinking about that and I'm going to edit some of this vlog, I think, because it's starting to take up storage on my phone, and I'm just going to eat cookies and live my life, I guess, with my new tattoo. So we have all of the stuff that we got shopping today. Sorry about like the camera angle and stuff. I don't have anything to balance my phone on, so you're literally just rested against a pillow and part of my laptop, hence the sort of upwards looking angle and the horrific lighting. We're working with the bare minimum. But Libby, would you like to start by telling the people what you bought today?
Okay, right, I want to start with the boring stuff. So, should I show all the pens?
Yeah, just go pens.
Right. I bought from Moshi Moshi, I bought 2. I'm going to do that.
Libby watches a lot of YouTube.
Happy Time pens. And then I bought this Oh, I don't even know what it says. Just what yellow bunny pens ×2.
The first thing I bought today, all from the same shop, everything here is from this one shop called Moshi Moshi. The first thing I got was just a load of, should I do that?
Yeah,
There you go, wow. Load of sticky notes. Because if you have seen my corporate game job vlog, you know that I've been using tabs to mark the books I'm reading for my coursework, and I needed some fresh ones to go back through them with the correct colours, and I thought these were just really cute, and they have like the clear bits. I think these are like the clear bits in the middle, so I don't have to like mark it as such. So I'm very happy with those. There is actual use to them. And on the same vein of sticky notes, actually, I got some monkey tabs. I don't know why I don't need monkey tabs. I just thought they were cute.
So next thing is very cute, and it is elephant washi tape. There's all the elephants, and that's all the little patterns on it. Look at it. Oh.
On the same vein of washi tape, I also got one, but it's like, I'm trying to like show you. Can you see the pattern there? There's like little like animals on it, which is really cute. Oh, there we go. There it is. Oh, can you focus? Oh, hang on.
Oh, do the fancy thing. Oh.
No, we're not smart,
No,
but you can see those are
Your
animals.
camera just doesn't.
Next, Libby.
Because me, you could have done that as well with your sticky notes.
Oh yeah. You know what? We'll go over that whilst we're here. More sticky notes. These ones are memos. I don't necessarily have any use to these. I just decided they like looked cute, so yeah, we have them now.
You know what? Sticky stuff. Even though these don't stick, so I don't get how that works.
On the same vein of sticky stuff,
These are little notepads. Well, I never use notepads. Like, I don't need notepads. But this is just like a little thing, and you can just like keep it on here, and you can just do doodles and stuff in it.
So the last thing on my list, Libby's going to finish this off with quite a bit because I have more self-restraint and I'm waiting till towards the end of the holiday to buy all of the big stuff from the shop, but Libby didn't do that. So the last thing I got was also pens. I don't know if you can see, but they have cute little art cats on them. There you go, are you happy? And they say art is therapy, which I think is very cute, and they got little cats on them. So that's the last thing I got for now. Libby, would you like to finish off with your bundle?
On the stationery basis, I got a little yellow ruler for school that says "My best friend" with little bunnies on it, and it has a conversion table on the back. Second last thing is one of my favourite things because I think it is so cute. Is a bottle. You can't even see the print. It has a little cat on it, and it says "I like your smile."
Very cute.
And I can use it to drink out of.
Yeah.
Now, my first favourite thing in the whole world is lamb chop. It's a little reindeer, Teddy. And it's got the name from the dog downstairs called Lamb Chop. And we call him Lamb Chop because it sounds similar.
Yeah.
Lamb Chop.
Yay! Do you have anything else you'd like to say whilst we're here?
If you have other people's money, spend it.
Wise words from Libby. So it's Tuesday night now. Again, I didn't get much today because we were on the pool all day, and then we were at the market, which I think I got some stuff from the market, but it's just been a dead relaxed day. I'm in the room now on my own because I just needed a bit of a break. It's been very hot and quite loud today, and so I just need to like escape it a bit because it gets draining after a while. So I'm just sat sipping on water. I might make a green tea because I'm into green tea at the moment. And yeah, I don't really have any plans for the night. I might do a bit of reading. That's something we'll do now actually. Quick Ribbon Cycle catch up. I'm almost 300 pages in and I'm loving it. I've been talking to my friend who's like obsessed with the series, and we've been like chatting about it and everything that's to come, and I'm really enjoying it. And We've just got like all the magical stuff's begun. They've just found that magic tree that like shows them things. We're just past that. They just found actually the Mustang in the forest, which I'm assuming has something to do with Noah and Welk, whose name I hate. I'm assuming that's got something to do with that, but that was literally the last bit I read. So yeah, I'm really, really enjoying it at the moment. So I might get a bit more of that done in a bit, but for now I'm like literally just chilling with a bottle of water, watching some watching some YouTube, and yeah, that's it. I haven't done any writing yet. Honestly, I don't know if I'll get any writing done on this holiday. I'm quite enjoying just chilling and reading a bit and listening to music instead of forcing myself to like sit and write. I might do some planning. I'm watching Kate Kavanagh at the moment, the J.K. Rowling video from the other day. To me, it'd be like a month probably by the time this goes up nearly, and it's kind of making me want to do some planning, but I shouldn't because I'm too tired, so I'm just gonna think about it instead and pretend that's the same thing. But yeah, this will probably be it for today. Tomorrow we are going to a cat cafe, I believe. There'll definitely be footage from that. I imagine, with all of the cats. They're very cute. But yeah, I think that's it. I worry this isn't overly exciting, which it probably isn't. I'm not doing any writing like I said I would. I'm just here. Really, there hasn't even been that much reading content. What is this at the end of the day? What is this? So yeah, I'm tired. So I've decided, despite being tired, that I'm going to do a bit of planning. This is for the project I'm going to be doing for NaNoWriMo this year in November. So it's just kind of like rough stuff at the moment. There's like, I've kind of got all of these like really horrific mind maps going on, and then I'm like writing it up slightly neater with sort of the vibe of what's happening. Oh Jesus. Sort of the vibe of what's happening at the moment. I don't quite know what I'm gonna do now. I think I'm gonna look at some plot. I've been doing a lot of like world building stuff. I've been doing a lot of that. I've still got a lot of that to do. There's like a lot. But I think I'm gonna do some plot because I'm getting bored of doing all the world building in one go. I'm kind of going through the boring world building bits, which is like all of the you know, like the laws and the education system and all of the like boring political side of things and all that is a lot less boring than just being like, they have castles. So yeah, think I'm gonna look at some plot details. The issue I'm having with the plot is that I have a very important subplot that for the rest of the series that has to appear a lot in it, because a big plot twist at the end involves this subplot, so I need it to be so important that it's basically the actual plot line but isn't the actual plot line. Finding a way to sort of tangle that within the actual plot to a point where it's prominent and it's mentioned enough that when this like massive plot twist drops, you're like, oh my god, like I have to bring it up all the time, and I'm struggling to find a way to sort of weave it within the actual plot. So that's what I'm going to do now. I think I'm going to look at that and work out how the actual plot line, which is sort of like a scavenger hunt, can somehow include this other plot line, which is about a person's identity and this curse or prophecy that they believe has like been put on the land. So yeah, two very different things that I somehow have to make it into the same plot line. It's one of those cases where I have the beginning, I have the end, but everything in the middle, I just have no clue what is happening. So I think I'm going to look at that a bit now. You will see a lot of this in the lead up to Nano. I'm going to do a few like Preptober videos, which will be a lot of me going over this and trying some planning, and probably a vlog of a day in York because it's all set in York, despite me very rarely being in York. I just absolutely love the city and the kind of aesthetic of all like the back streets and things. So all of that will be coming. So all of this planning and stuff, I'm not mentioning it too much because that will be a lot of my October videos. But yeah, I'm going to try and get some of this done now. I might regret it because it might make my brain start working and then I won't sleep till 4 AM, or it'll make me tired. So we'll see. That being said, it's quite likely that I won't update you after I finish this. I'll probably just go straight to bed as soon as like my parents and my sister get back to the apartment. So I'm actually going to say a formal good night as I haven't done yet. So I'll see you tomorrow.
Imagine Johnny, just the way that like
Hello.
and the way
Cake, cheesecake also, yeah. And where you come from?
oh, there you are.
England.
Oh, he's a lion. Oh. Hey. That was just to like dump myself down.
He's so fluffy.
Hello.
Also, we have the beautiful beach here, very hard.
Right, is there restaurants and bars
Ah,
and
it's
that?
full of restaurants.
Yeah, yeah.
Opposite
Go down
Naihan, opposite Naihan. Here, you know, it's more difficult to find a taxi.
Yeah, find a taxi.
We know.
Them too. Sleep, Baba. Sleep, Baba.
Hello, so I thought I'd just pop in to my own vlog to say that I've finished The Raven Boys. I really enjoyed it. I've already got the second one out. I was like just reading the blurb a second ago and I'm like, ooh, I'm really excited to get on to it. I am a little frustrated that I didn't read these books earlier, to be honest, because I feel like if I'd read these when I was like 13, they would have become like a childhood favourite. But you know, I only read Cassandra Clare for like 4 years. I don't really know what to say about it. I can't remember the last time I actually updated on what I'd read of it. Overall, I love all the characters. There isn't one character in it who I'm supposed to like who I don't like, which again is something that I really enjoy. I felt that all of the main characters have very distinct personalities. Some of them I found like description wise, some of the lads were like, it was just kind of like, we all have brown hair, but this one has shorter hair. I was like, what? Which made things a bit difficult, but personality wise, they're all completely different characters, which I like. They all have very distinct personalities, which is enjoyable to read, but also interesting to read. I do like Blue as a main character, even if at times she felt a bit passive, although that's the one thing I do have to say is that all of them at parts felt a bit passive, as in things were sort of happening to them rather than them doing things. Like they were just kind of going along with what was happening rather than actually leading the plot line themselves. But it didn't feel like that the whole way through. There was just little bits where it was kind of like, oh, things are happening, and I was like, have you done anything in the last 5 chapters to make it happen? But that's just like a very, very tiny niggle. In fact, overall, I'd say that I absolutely love Maggie Stavata's writing style, which usually I have quite a few things about an author's writing style to like say something about, which, you know, because obviously I'm a better writer than all of these professionals. Yeah, I wouldn't say there's anything really that I have other than that kind of thing of a few of them feeling a bit passive to comment on. I really liked how she used description, but it wasn't like long, but it really held you there. There was a lot of metaphors and similes, but short ones that kind of played with your senses, which sort of made this very vivid image that was like really pretty, but without it going on forever. Like it wasn't the way that the classics do it, where there's like an hour-long description of somebody sitting in a chair. Like it was short, but like it worked because, you know, I could smell what they could smell, I could see what they could see, I could hear the water running through the forest, you know, things like that. It sort of created a very vivid image, which I always like in a book. Plot-wise, I will say that I was hoping for a little bit more from the ending. I don't know why, but I thought, you know, it's the first book, I suppose nothing big's gonna happen, but I kind of felt like it ended quite abruptly. Like 1 second, you know, Welk was dead and, you know, Adam's in this pentagram thing, and then the next it was like a month later, and I was like, oh, were we finished with that scene? Like it felt a bit sudden the way it ended and a bit unfinished. But like I said, it was like just the first book. I think I was expecting something to happen with Gansey because there was this whole like, oh, he's gonna die thing, and then like nothing came of it. So I'm assuming that's like a plot further down the line that I was just expecting to be covered in this book and then wasn't. And the other thing that I thought was a bit odd was that last bit where like the entire plot happens, everything's rounded up, and then suddenly Ronan's like, by the way, I dream birds, and I was like, what? How is that relevant to anything? It just, I know that's the cliffhanger that leads into the plot of the second book, but it just felt a bit random. I felt like it should have been somehow weaved in slightly more, so it wasn't just like, oh, we need to find a way to link this to the next book, we'll just have a throwaway line at the end that's like in no way relevant to the rest of the plot line of this one. So yeah, that felt like it came a bit out of nowhere, but again, like a very tiny thing. I'm really looking forward to reading the next one. Like I said, I was going through the blurb, and the next one's a bit longer. I'm one of those people where I go to the back and have a look at the page count and just try not to read the last line. I've got very good at not reading the last line now, but I see how many pages it is, so then as I'm reading it, I'm like, oh, it's only this many pages left. So it's slightly longer than the next one, but I'm quite excited to read it. My friend said it's very Ronan focused, which I'm looking forward to because he seemed like an interesting character who we didn't see as much of as I would like to. But yeah, I think that's all my thoughts on the first book. It was fun. It was a nice change from what I usually end up reading. I find a lot of like, especially like high fantasy, which this wasn't, but a lot of what I've read recently has been like big issues, like we're fighting for the greater good and everybody has tragic pasts and everybody's got their trauma that they're facing, and you know, everything's really like dark and deep and scary, and you know, there's all these like moral dilemmas being thrown in your face and people being tortured. And this there just wasn't. It was like, yeah, well, we've got magic now, there's a ghost here, we're gonna go find some more magic. Like, that was basically it. And I did enjoy having that, rather than feeling like it was like, we have to save the world from this trauma. Like, there was none of that happening. So yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I'm very excited to read the next one. I think I'm going to start it tomorrow because we have a pool day again tomorrow, so I should get a good bit of that read to begin with. So yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. Hello, today is Friday. I didn't record anything yesterday just because we were like just round the pool and things, so there was really nothing interesting happening, and I've decided to do the same today because again, we're just having a day like hanging around and chilling. So I thought I'd just end the vlog now. It's about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I got up like half an hour ago. But I thought we'll end the things now and then I can begin next week's vlog tomorrow. So I thought I'd end on a quick update of where I am reading wise. I still haven't done any writing. I might at some point. I don't know. Probably not, to be fair. But reading wise, I started The Dream Thieves yesterday. It's here with me now in case you forgot what it looked like. And I'm like exactly 100 pages into it. I haven't read any today yet. I'm going to go do that now. But I read like 100 pages yesterday, and honestly I'm like enjoying it more than the first one, and I really enjoyed the first one. I'm enjoying having more focus on Ronan as a character because I think he's really interesting and there's been a lot coming out about him. But it's just been one of those books where, like, you know, when you forget you're reading and you just like kind of get caught up in the world, and then suddenly you're like, oh yeah, I've read like 50 pages, I forgot this was the thing I was actually physically doing. It's like that, and I haven't had that experience with a book for a very, very long time, so I'm like massively enjoying it. Plot-wise, again, obviously not much has happened. I'm like 100 pages in. We've kind of covered the whole fact that Ronan can bring things from his dreams. This guy called the Grey Man's been introduced, but hasn't really explained himself much yet. Other than that, that's about all that's happened so far. There's a lot of mystery surrounding Adam still. We haven't seen as much of Blue as I'd like to. I miss her. She's just not there at the moment. But that's kind of where we are. I'm just waiting for everything to kick in properly, which hopefully I'll get there today. So I can talk about that in next week's vlog, I guess. It's like, oh, cliffhanger. What will I think of the rest? But yeah, that's all I have to say for now. I think I'm just going to end it here because, again, we're not doing anything today. You know, I could record things, but it'd just be boring stuff, so I might as well keep it shorter but with decent content and then drag it out. So I'll see you next week, but it's next week for me. It'll be 2 weeks for you because I'm bringing these out probably once every like odd week. So I will see you then. Thank you so much for watching, especially if you made it all the way to the end, and I will see you very soon. Bye!